5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Deducter bringing you set 1 of the ABCMart MSL round of 4 between Flash and Hydra. We have Flash as the blue Terran at the 7 o'clock position. Or apparently he's red now. Flash is the red Terran at the 7 o'clock position. And we have Hydra as the Zerg, the yellow Zerg player at the 11 o'clock position. And Flash there doing one of his characteristic little rituals before the game. He's the only programmer I see who constantly does weird stuff with his hand. He'll take his hands off the keyboard. He'll have a little ruler to measure stuff with. He doesn't really twitch his eyes anymore, but he used to twitch his eyes all the time. It was crazy stuff. Anyway, this is going to be an exciting matchup. Hydra, the former MSL champion. Flash, one of the greatest players of all times. 2 times MSL champion, facing off today here on La Mancha. And, Hydra wants to beat Flash, not only to cement his reputation as one of the premier Zergs of the day, but to advance to the finals again, where he will have a shot at getting to 2 finals, MSL finals, back-to-back. Whereas Flash here, he, of course, wants to win to advance to the finals, so he can have a shot at getting the Golden Badge. That's 3 MSL titles, and equaling Nada in lifetime OSL/MSL accomplishments. And perhaps even surpassing Nada in the future. So Flash really wants to win this. Flash and the SCV do not do 14cc. Flash is too early anyway. This looks like barracks. So barracks for Flash. Hydra scouting in the wrong direction with his Overlord, but he's probably going to send out a drone scout to. And there's a couple people there, white people, I guess. They're still fascinated by the white people. I mean, there's quite a few of them there now, but the Korean love to show them anyway. It looks like 12 hatch going down for Hydra here, sending out his drone. So we'll really see whether Hydra has what it takes to take on someone who is of the absolute top caliber here. Flash is not Mine. Hydra beat Mine fairly easily in the round of 8, but Flash is vastly superior player. It also doesn't help that this map, La Mancha, is not very favorable for Zerg. I mean, you can see in the little graph there that Terran vs Zerg 17-10. That's pretty massively favored for Terran. However, at these highest level games, it looks like Hydra's going to see Flash here. He's going to see the 1 racks in the command center build. Flash putting down the command center with SCV. This drone's just going to harass the SCV. Flash will probably be forced to bring a second SCV down to deal with this. But yeah, at the highest level of play, I think map, these map statistics are not necessarily that important. Of course, even Flash and Jaedong will admit that certain maps are Terran favored or Zerg player favored or whatnot. But I think the best players can triumph regardless of the map imbalances. The most famous example is probably Savior in his prime. There's a great feature on Team Liquid about why Savior was such a great player in TVZ. And, during his height of dominance, there were so many great Terran players. I mean, all the old greats were active. Boxer, Nada, Uzi, but there were players like Iris and Hua Xin, too, and Midas, who were all very good in TVZ. And the maps were horribly balanced against Zerg. But Savior pretty much slaughtered them all regardless. And that is, this is why I think for true champions, it hardly matters what the map statistics say. They'll come up with something, and Flash's scouting SCV just getting taken out there by the Zerglings. Look like Flash put down an early second rack, so he's going to focus on getting a few more troops out early. I think that's a great decision by Flash. His weakness seems to be sometimes that he gets caught off guard by an early aggressive attack. And, I think if he makes it to the late game, only Jaedong is a player who can match him in terms of late game control. Pretty much no other player right now, I feel, maybe Zero or Effort if he comes back as a Zerg, can really match Flash. I don't know about Hydra here. This is exactly why it'll be very interesting to see. Flash putting out Engineering Bay to get +1 attack pretty early too. He put this Engineering Bay down as soon as he finished the refinery, so he's probably timed it perfectly such that when Bay finishes, he has the gas to immediately do the upgrade. He hasn't put down his Academy yet, so Flash has everything in his build planned out. Looks like this is 2 hatch into pool into 3rd hatch build for Hydra here, getting his lair. So Flash also putting out a bunker at the front. A little concern about early attack. Hydra doesn't really have too many Zerglings. He is building a good, decent number here. Spire going down for Hydra, so he might be trying for some sort of early break attack. I think a direct frontal assault with these Zerglings, especially without speed, is not going to do much of anything. But they will be quite useful when Flash pushes out. In conjunction with Mulus, the Ling Mulus surround attack can devastate Terran infantry army. And I think Hydra, surely he's studied some of Flash's games, that's probably what he's going for. Flash with his SEV is going to see their speedlings out, and a good number of them, so he's going to be a little cautious, hopefully, about this, and Hydra sending his drone out to get his third base. So yeah, this should be, a real test of Hydra's skill here. Looks like Hydra might be trying to attack these SEVs, coming to try to kill some of these SEVs, but I don't think he's going to be able to accomplish much. Academy finish. Flash has probably timed it such that his second 100 gas gets him the stim upgrade immediately, or something like that. Probably wasn't that, though. There seemed to be quite a gulf between the building of the engineering bay versus the academy. My point is, surely Flash has planned everything to the T, and he is a player who does that. It looks like Hydra here with a drone hiding in the 1 o'clock position off-center. He seems to be a bit concerned if Flash scans, perhaps, or scouts with some unit there, that he does not want that drone to be caught prematurely. And now Hydra is going to be ready to put down his third hatchery, it looks like. Flash also getting a factory. He's probably going to get science vessels earlier. If he has the second refinery up, that's almost certainly what it means, but I can't see that on the minimap. And it looks like here we have a good number of Mulus, the full 9 coming out from Hydra here, and he'll probably have a few more. It looks like Hydra going in with his Lings, picking off SEV. That's not going to really bother Flash there. Flash getting a good number of turrets at his perimeter. The Mulus looks like they're about ready to come in and start doing some damage. Hydra, I feel, should start the attack sooner rather than later. Hydra coming in here, but Flash with a good army of medic marines is going to ward these Mulus away. Flash this time staying his base, not pushing out with his first group of medic marines. Hydra picking away here at another turret, but not going to accomplish too much. So even though Flash is not putting any pressure on the Zerg, on the upside, he's not losing any of his infantry needlessly here. Plus, the Lings can't really do too much. Flash is held up in his base. Looks like Flash might be thinking about pushing out here with his medic marines. I'm not sure that is necessarily wise at this point. He doesn't have that many. I think he maybe only has a dozen. Looks like Lurkers will be out soon for Hydra to defend. Once those Lurkers are up, Flash is going to need tanks and science vessels to do any sort of attack. Yeah, looks like Starport going down surely for Science Vessel. Hydra not being very careful there with his Mulus, losing one needlessly by moving them into Flash's medic marines there. Hydra trying to use the bait strategy. It looks like he doesn't seem too good at it. Not really effectively baiting Flash's stims. He's losing a lot of Mulus. I mean, when you bait the stims, you don't, throw away 3 or 4 Mulus like that. That is not the way to go. And the Koreans are screaming. That surely means Hydra lost even more Mulus. Poor play here by Hydra. I mean, this is not the sort of play that beats a champion like Flash. He needs to be a bit more careful with his troops. In fact, I'm not sure he has enough now to do the Mulus Ling attack. He's going to need to have to consolidate a bit, and Flash is pulling back his unit too, going up to 5 barracks soon, and probably going to mass up a good-sized army. He's got a tank out. Surely a vessel will pop soon. And Flash has a nice group of medic marines here. He can probably push out soon and try to do some damage to Hydra here. Hydra with his Mulus just hovering over that river sludge thing, coming in to pick off a few SEVs. Actually just one SEV and then retreating. His Mulus this game have not been effective at all. He's upgrading Hive now. He couldn't have that couldn't have been morphing for long. So Flash actually has a very good window of opportunity to attack before the filers come out. Hydra only has 4 lurkers at the front. Hopefully he's got a good number morphing in the back. Otherwise, he's going to be in serious trouble. There, he's got 5. These are not stop lurkers. Flash, though, is going with his stim medic marines. Good spread, killing all the lurkers. The Lings coming to try to do a flank, but those Lings are completely useless. Flash basically catching Hydra of his pants down there, and people in the crowd looks like they're a bit concerned. If those are Hydra fans, they are seriously worried for Hydra. Hydra's in big trouble now. The Science Vessel is out. Those mulas is going to be useless. Pair of Scourge, if he can kill this Science Vessel with a good Muta Bomb, Hydra may yet buy his way back into the game. But without killing that Science Vessel, I fear Hydra's time is very numbered here. Hydra with a few more lurkers here. They're not on top of the ramp. That's actually going to be really bad. You want to position those lurkers. Ooh, two of those lurkers go down to great siege tank shots. Scourge, it seems like getting taken down. Hydra falling apart completely in this game. Flash not even bothering to irradiate the mulas. He irradiated a lurker. And I don't know what Hydra can do. Flash's army is strong. He needs to buy some more time and mass up some forces for flank attack, but he's got nothing at his front. He's got absolutely nothing. Flash is going to put in and execute everything. He's got 3 lurkers in the back coming in for Hydra. That's not going to bother Flash at all. Looks like some more Lings coming in the front. Just not enough units for Hydra. Hydra getting his entire army slaughtered. It looks like he finally got some more Lings out with 3 lurkers at the front. He's going to wipe Flash out, but just barely. Flash's reinforcements coming in. In fact, I thought he was going to win, but Flash with reinforcement coming in, going to slaughter everything that Hydra has left here. Flash has got plenty of medic marines and a tank. This is GG. This is surely GG for Hydra. Hydra with rather abysmal play this game for a former champion. I felt this game, he wouldn't even beat mine with this sort of play. I don't know what happened between his round of 8 and round of 4 performance. Hopefully he can pick it up in the next game. But this is actually kind of sad to watch and not really much of a contest. GG coming from Hydra. Bit disappointed. Hydra being ineffectual with his mulas and not very good with his lurkers either. So going on to set 2.
신동원 선수는 진짜 머릿속이 복잡해질 수밖에 없는 그런